What's going on YouTube? Carson Cruz here, and we're going to break down the Donovan Mitchell and Nikola Jokic card. If you got 200K MT to spend on a point guard in my team, we got both of them up on the split screen. We'll start by talking about Jokic, the stats and badges that he's missing that make this card very one-dimensional at the point, and how his size really doesn't translate to OP like everyone thought it would. Then we'll go through Mitchell and his weaknesses. Let's get started. So Nikola Jokic, on his stats wise, he's looking pretty fire to say the least. The biggest thing I can see here is 70 driving dunk and 70 vertical are going to make it tough for this card to even get to the rim, and that's going to play a big part in a point guard actually being OP. Is that point guards, everyone's always talking about a point guard has to have range extender, but the main part of that conversation and argument is that a point guard can't be one-dimensional. When it comes to the finishing badges for a point guard to be able to get to the rim, he needs teardropper, fancy footwork, fast break finisher, giant slayer, showtime, and slithery. Nikola Jokic has none of those. And although, as we move on to the shooting, he does have every single badge available on Hall of Fame, it also comes with a nerf, which is his catapult release that's tough to finish by. He doesn't have any good dribble moves, so now that we get to the playmaking thing, this is where it really hurts. His dribble moves are bad. He's no ankle breaker, no handles for days, no space creator, and no stop and go. This card is going to be tough as we go, and on defense, no pick dodger, no pickpocket, no chase down artist, no guarding the point guard for this man. If you face off against anybody that's decent at ISO, they will kill you. Now on to Spider-Man. His post stats are, as most are, always nerfed on these high-tiered guard cards, and Galaxy Opal Mitchell fits that bill. He definitely leaves a lot to be desired here, but that's... let's see. There's always holding turbo and the post up and releasing out of it, like the clip we showed earlier on when Mitchell or any card with good speed and spin animation is going to be elite getting to the basket. All the other stats on this card, by the way, are looking pretty fire. Even his rebounding's not bad, but he's a point guard. We're not going to worry about that too much. His block rating kind of hurts me, 65, but I've seen worse do better. But let's take a look at that starting off here first. Donovan Mitchell has only gold chase down artists, and an athletic guy like him you would think would be able to chase down someone like Chauncey Billups. I tested it in triple threat no less than 10 times. Every time Chauncey got by and went in for a small layup animation, Donovan Mitchell could not chase him down and block the shot. I feel like at the meta we're at this stage, you have to have Hall of Fame chase down artists if you're ever going to get beat. He doesn't, but he's also not going to get beat that much, and he has really great badges in Hall of Fame pick dodger, pickpocket, clamps, interceptor, and intimidator, pogo stick, all those good things to make up for it. Yeah, he's a good card all around. Next up, he's Hall of Fame interceptor. I can't not mention that. Next up, we're going to talk about Donovan's playmaking. And Donovan Mitchell, from a playmaking standpoint, is super elite at the point guard. Hall of Fame ankle breaker, dimer, downhill, floor general, handles for days, quick first step, space creator, and tight handles. His only two dribbling badges he doesn't have on Hall of Fame are on gold, stop and go and unpluckable. He's an elite shooter and has every guard badge on Hall of Fame except for hot zone hunter and corner specialist. He has all the other shooting badges. This card is totally on fire. And as far as the finishing goes, he has all the important ones except for teardropper for a guard on Hall of Fame, and he has that one on gold. He does have lob, city finisher, and putback balls, which are normally for big men. But he is elite at the one getting to the rim. I would say like Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook, Donovan Mitchell are the three best, and maybe John Wall, the four best cards at getting to the rim from the point guard position. And this card will not let you down. He will dunk like crazy in game. Now let's get into the video and the clips here. We've got different clips here of Nikola Jokic and Donovan Mitchell trying to do work. You can see Jokic can't even post up Trae Young there. That is Galaxy Opal Trae Young. And here we go, Donovan Mitchell. One of his weaknesses is actually going to be his playmaking. And so that's what we're going to go into here, is like his passing ability. Not known as a passer. He's a slashing, a two-way playmaker normally. Not a offensive playmaker where he's going to, you know, dropping dimes. He does have dimer and everything, but let's just see how he can kind of do on that from this perspective. Jokic, look, this right here is Jokic's best thing, is that working in the post. If you can get your Jokic into the post with the ball, then you're going to be able to dominate. But then that's why would you pay $200K for a center? Because you could put him in there. True. He's not going to get the matchups, but like look at this right here on defense, dude. He can't even freaking block that Trae Young from behind. He doesn't have the chase down artist badge. He will not get that animation. And even when it's, you know, there's no separation in there and he's just finishing in front of him, and he has a foot of height difference, he cannot finish that off with a block shot. He's not going to be that great at guarding that post up just because he's not an athletic defender. I really, like, I'm a guy that used Pink Diamond Jokic, so I like locked it in and everything back at the beginning of the year, and he was great then, but like, he wasn't guarding point guards and he wasn't guarding centers with quick first step. You see there, dude, he just gets blown right by on defense. He feels like he's fat and stuck in the mud. Yeah, so there's that. His dunking animations are bad. On defense, you know, see, he doesn't have it. I don't think he has interceptor. Let's look at that real quick and see, because like, you got to catch that pass right there and take that the other way for buckets. And he does have interceptor. My bad. He has interceptor on gold though, which, dude, gold badges are starting to pretty much be irrelevant. Even gold clamps, gold quick draw. Nobody wants to carve a gold quick draw because it's hard to get off shots with a, well, slower than Hall of Fame quick draw release. So that makes it tough. You see here, Donovan Mitchell, dude, Jokic is never going to be able to do that. The quick in and out moves, the space creator badge, like, dude, that's just why, like, you pay extra for these types of things. And this Donovan Mitchell card is being slept on big time, bro. Look at that. Elite out of just a full court toss. Yeah, dude, just, I mean, like, Donovan Mitchell is, you know, a force to be reckoned with at the point guard position. And that's going to be my recommendation today, is that if you are going to spend over 100K MT on a point guard, I would go with this Donovan Mitchell. Everyone talked about how elite, you know, how elite Pink Diamond Russell Westbrook is. And this Galaxy Opal Donovan Mitchell feels like an upgraded version of that Pink Diamond Russell Westbrook. It's kind of crazy to think that, you know, we actually do have that. He has gold Lob City Passer, which is huge. He has gold bailout. So anytime he's going to the rim and you think you might get stopped, you can bail yourself out there and even throw a lob out of it, which is kind of crazy. His dribble moves are S tier. He has all great animations. He doesn't have Pro 3, but he has Pro 5, which is, in my opinion, Pro 3 and Pro 5 are interchangeable. You either have Pro 3 where you're just straight up back and forth trying to shoot heavies, or you have Pro 5, which makes you elite at going to the rim. A lot of people think, oh, you know, like, why? Like, nobody really understands why it's harder to get to the rim with a guy like Cameron Reddish or T-Mac, and it's because that Pro 3 dribble move is, like, it's made to shoot out of. It's made to create space to shoot. The Pro 5 actually gets you space in order to get to the rim and finish. Guys like Dr. J have that. Luka Doncic has that. Shit, I'm trying to think who else. Russell Westbrook has Pro 5. Like, Pro 5 is an elite hezzy, and not to be underrated. Obviously, you're not going to be canceling out of shots with it, but it does offer a lot of other options that, you know, Pro 3 does not. We're going to take a look at Donovan Mitchell here in Triple Threat. And honestly, guys, Donovan Mitchell is one of the best cards in the game in Triple Threat. There's a reason why he's so expensive, is because, well, one, he probably wasn't pulled that much, but two, the people that have him are actually holding on to him because, like, dude, he feels bigger than 6'3". He looks like a lot more like 6'5" out there on the court. And that elite shooting, peekaboo shooter, hezzy shooter that you're looking for, hit shots out of the right joystick step back, that's Donovan Mitchell. And if you couple that with one of the best, I would say top 5 in-game dunkers in the game, and I'm not talking about, like, you know, he has the best dunk package of, you know, doing 360s and, you know, winning slam dunk contests or even dunking on people. I'm talking about guys that actually dunk the ball in game, and if they don't dunk the ball, they actually finish at the rim. It's like, dude, I mean, the combination of Hall of Fame Pro Touch, Giant Slayer, Fast Break Finisher, Fancy, Slithery, and then the normal ones everybody gets, Acrobat, Relentless, Consistent, and Contact. Dude, seem to have given this card an elite step on everyone else getting to the rim, and especially at the point guard position. Obviously, you know, cards like Magic and stuff can get to the rim, but the thing about bigger cards like Magic and stuff, that they make these OP cards like Galaxy Opals, well, one, they're twice as expensive as this, or 400K, and two, with the bigger guy, it's harder to create space and get that angle to go to the rim. With this Donovan Mitchell, that's not the case at all. As you see here in Triple Threat, dude, I'm pretty sure I was being guarded by, He's easily finishing on Zion Williamson Pink Diamond, and then hey, that's a 6'6" power forward, but you know, he's basically built like a shooting guard. Everybody says he should play with a shooting guard. The Donovan Mitchell, like, the only thing is that with this card at your point guard position is, like, if you're a shooter or a slasher or you need a lockdown, this is your guy. Like, you shouldn't even be looking at even any of the Giants, because they're not going to be elite at all three of those things. And his playmaking is not that bad to make you, like, you know, feel like you're missing out on that, because of the amount of wide open passes to the corner you're going to get from the space he creates to go to the rim, and the double teams that he draws when someone else sees him going to the rim. They break to help, and then the corner or the wing is wide open for three. So his playmaking is really not that hurt. I did get some errant passes, but like you saw in the beginning of the video, the card has good enough passing that he doesn't even have the break starter badge and can throw full court bullets from one end to the other for wide open transition dunks. That's pretty rare without the break starter badge, but it's probably because his stats are so high and he's just so elite in everything else. He also has the needle threader badge, which most playmaking or non-playmaking point guards are missing in that sense. And yeah, he even has that badge. This Donovan Mitchell is the card I would go with. I wouldn't pay freaking 20K for that Jokic to play my point guard position. I would, however, play him at the center and spend up to 100 to 150K on MT on him just to play him at the center, because there's not that many elite centers, and with his badges, he's going to be amazing. That's the video for today. Hope you liked it. This is Carson Cruz. Peace.